Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and today I'm about to review a beer I've never had before. It's another pumpkin ale, fall seasonal. This is America's original pumpkin ale, and it says at the bottom it's from Buffalo Bill's Brewery. Let's jump into the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it a 68, which is poor, and that's with 1,032 ratings. The Bros give it a 70, which is okay, and Rate Beer gives it a 33 overall with 39 for the style. It has an ABV of 6%. It was weird. I noticed on Rate Beer it said on Beer Advocate it said that the availability was year round, which I thought was weird because it seems like this would be. I've never seen a pumpkin ale that's year round, so I don't know if that was just an error. I don't know. But anyway, the style obviously is a pumpkin ale, and it has 12 IBUs. And it said again. It says on the front of the bottle there, as you can see, Buffalo Bill's Brewery. But on Beer Advocate, it mentioned that it is brewed at Pyramid Breweries or North American breweries, which I'm guessing those are subsidies of the same company, or it's brewed by both. I'm not sure if they're different companies. I don't look too deeply into it. But anyway, here's a quick descript from Rate Beer. It says, an amber style ale, originally brewed by George Washington, brewed with fresh roasted pumpkins, malted barley. Cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg are added. Bottled form is brewed under contract by Portland Brewing Company, so not really sure. One thing I am sure of, it's contract brew. And if you've seen my previous reviews, you know I haven't had the greatest experiences with contract brews, but hoping for the best with this one. So let's go ahead and get this poured. I'm just going to use a tumbler. Give it kind of an aggressive pour. Try to get a nice head on there. Didn't get a super great hit, but all right. Let's get an appearance on this. It is slightly hazy. It's pretty clear. Let me see. Is this? Yeah. Nope. I didn't see anything at the bottom. It's pretty clear. Slightly hazy. A lot of carbonation, heavy carbonation streaming up. Tons of bubbles. It's a nice kind of light amber. Kind of reddish golden color. It looks pretty nice. It had what was a half finger, now it's about a quarter finger head, dissipating quickly, large bubbles, cream colored, but kind of frothy looking. So let's go on ahead and get a nose on this. It smells like a pretty standard pumpkin ale. I can smell the pumpkin. I can definitely smell the spices, cloves, and the nutmeg, and it smells like allspice and cinnamon, and it smells a little flowery, kind of bouquet-ish. So I don't know if that's from the hops or what, but it smells pretty standard for a pumpkin beer. So let's just go ahead and jump into this one. Man, pretty average for a pumpkin ale. It's sweet. The malts are caramel, toffee. It's a little yeasty. It's sweet, very sweet. Again, spices are kind of at the back, but they're pretty mellow. But again, standard, pumpkin pie spice. Cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, allspice. It's not a really impressive beer to me. The pumpkin flavor is pretty mild. It's balanced well with the spices, and then at the back, I do get this kind of floral, kind of floweriness that I'd probably contribute to the hops, but not a lot of bitterness. It says 12 IBUs. I'd take this for about 12. Not really a whole lot of bitterness at all. I mean, it represents the season well. This is definitely a fall beer. And, this is the first time I've ever seen it around. If it is a year-round brew, which I doubt it is, it's not carried by anyone, anyone around where I shop. It's not carried by anyone except for in the fall, apparently. Obviously, because people don't buy pumpkin beer other times of year, so I don't know. But anyway, this beer is not terrible, but there's nothing really amazing about it. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. That's a D for me. That's barely passing, but I wouldn't recommend it if you do see it, because there's nothing. I mean, there's probably a lot of other pumpkin beers that you could get that are better than this. So I would say grab something else if you see it, unless you just really want to try it. But there's nothing really, really impressive about this beer. It's pretty standard. So again, 6 out of 10 for America's original pumpkin ale. Yeah, this beer, I mean, it's not offensive in any way, but it's just certainly not impressive. So, thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Prost.